You guys know each other?
Yeah.
You've DM'd?
I ran into him, man. I ran into him.
Yeah.
Where?
In London, he was sizing me up.
Okay, where's this?
He was sizing up in London.
Yeah, I'm still sizing him up right now.
I don't need to size him up. He's easy work.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, though, let's make it happen.
Do you know what? To be fair, though, well done.
Appreciate you.
Because it was sort of entertaining.
And you thought
Especially the part where you got clipped and you almost went over. That was really entertaining.
Bro, you thought I got clipped?
No, you did get clipped. You did get clipped.
Okay, well, look.
But now, if that was by me, you definitely would have got clipped.
Look. I won my fight.
Yeah.
Your last fight, what did you do?
Well, let's see you jump up 2 weight divisions and see how you go.
I just told you, let's do it.
Yeah, you can
At
come
147.
Up. You can come up, but I'm telling you now, I like you.
The heated back and forth between Conor Benn and Shakur Stevenson showed how competitive they are. Benn made fun of Stevenson's funny performance by talking about a time when he clipped him and almost knocked him down. Stevenson denied it and shot back by asking about Benn's recent fights and telling him that moving up in weight would be, quote, bad for his health. Benn laughed off the threat, saying that Stevenson wasn't strong enough to hurt him. Stevenson bragged about his strength and accuracy, making fun of Benn's weaknesses in defense. Then Conor Benn brought up Stevenson having shaky legs in previous fights, showing that neither fighter was backing down. The verbal fighting suggests that there could be a big fight if they ever meet in the ring.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, though, let's make it happen.
Do you know what? To be fair, though, well done.
Appreciate you.
Because it was sort of entertaining.
And you thought
Especially the part where you got clipped and you almost went over. That was really entertaining.
Bro, you thought I got clipped?
No, you did get clipped. You did get clipped.
Okay, well, look.
But now, if that was by me, you definitely would have got clipped.
Look. I won my fight.
Yeah.
Your last fight, what did you do?
Well, let's see you jump up 2 weight divisions and see how you go.
I just told you, let's do it.
Yeah, you can
At
come
147.
Up. You can come up, but I'm telling you now, I like you.
I like you too.
But I don't think that's good for your health.
Oh, it's good for my health.
Okay.
You can't do nothing like, what you gonna do?
Oh,
I just sized you, yo, you're not that big, bro.
You're not that big. When I hit you, you feel it.
Okay, so?
When I hit you, you'll feel it.
You're not gonna hit me.
What, you're gonna be on your bike?
You're not gonna hit me.
You're gonna be running.
I don't have to run.
You will run.
Did you watch my fight?
You will run. A little bit. The parts where Peter almost knocked you out. Yeah.
Knocked me out?
Yeah, you almost knocked you out.
Yo, you the only one, yo.
I saw the legs buckle.
The fight got worse when Benn made fun of Stevenson's past problems by saying, I saw the legs buckle. Stop lying, 4 times. Stevenson shot back, asking Benn if he could move up to 147 pounds and saying, this guy thinks he can come up, not good for your health. Benn said that size didn't matter and that they were close to the same size. He then challenged Stevenson to fight at 147 pounds in November. Stevenson agreed and said done, which set the stage for a possible fight.
I saw the legs buckle.
Stop lying. Stop lying.
3 times, 4 times?
Stop lying.
4 times. And I
4 times?
I thought 135. This guy thinks he can come up to 147.
Yo.
And come and fight me.
Me and you are close to the same size. I'm looking at you, bro.
We ain't close to the same size.
Bro.
We ain't close to the same. All right, you got up to 160 then.
No, fuck no. I'll fight you at 147.
Listen, I'll come back down and fight you at 147 in November.
Shakur Stevenson said with confidence, after I beat you, just tell me I'm great. Conor Benn replied, you ain't great. Benn called Shakur's boxing IQ phenomenal, but then he made fun of him by saying, but you're not that good looking. Shakur laughed off the jab and said, thank you, while Benn agreed to fight at 147 pounds. The negotiation became both fun and competitive. Shakur asked for praise if he won, but Benn refused, saying, I don't think you'll beat me. The 2 men agreed verbally that if either of them loses, they will say the other is great.
Just tell me I'm great.
But you ain't great. Listen, you know what?
No, after I beat you.
I'm not gonna chat shit. I'm not gonna chat shit. I watched the fight. Your IQ's phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
You're not that good. You're not that good looking though.
Appreciate you.
So you can't take that one.
Okay.
But I will battle you at 147.
So we're gonna make the fight happen at 147. After I beat you, are you gonna tell me I'm great?
No, I'm not gonna tell you you're great.
Why?
Because I don't.
If I beat you, I move up 2 weight classes to beat you.
If you beat me, I will. You know what? I'll tell you you're great.
And if you beat me, I'll tell you you're great.
Shakur Stevenson made fun of Conor Benn for starting boxing late at age 17, saying, quote, you're cooked, which means he's outmatched by Shakur's 23 years of experience. Benn said it doesn't matter, but Shakur kept saying, you can't beat me. Benn, who was angry, said, I love a challenge. You're making me want to fight right now. And Shakur teased, but you won't do it. The argument turned to styles. Benn called himself a fighter, and Shakur promised to box your head off. Fans are buzzing about a possible ring clash because of the mix of arrogance, competitive fire, and a stylistic showdown.
When did you start boxing?
17.
17 years old. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Because of
You start boxing at what age?
17.
You're cooked.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's cooked.
You're
Like, what's
cooked.
cooked mean?
Meaning like you're in trouble.
You're cooked.
Of what?
Of me.
Of you.
Why
Of
do
taking
you
the
say that?
piss.
Why is the 17 the indication that
I
he's
started boxing when I was 5 years old. I'm in this game. I've been in this game for 23 years. How many years you been in this?
It doesn't matter. We can do
You
it.
can't
Listen,
beat me.
That's
You can't-
fine.
You can't beat me.
That's fine. I
That's
love a
how I
challenge.
feel.
He's making me want to get up now and chill.
yeah.
You're making me want
No,
to get
no,
up now
you're
and
not
have
gonna
a
do
fight.
that. You're not gonna
No,
do
but
that.
you're making me get up now and want to have a
You're
fight.
not going to do that though, champ.
Well, I know, but I know right now if we was
Can
to
I-
handle it, I'd handle it.
You know
Bro,
what's
that's your
interesting?
opinion. You're supposed to have your opinion.
Yeah, it's good.
But
You're
look,
supposed to do this.
look. We're boxers. We're boxers.
We're
So
fighters, yeah.
let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer. I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and
I
I'm
will
going to
come in, I will
box your
come
head
in,
off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
Analyst Showbiz, the adult, says that Benn will beat Shakur. Too big, too strong. Eubank's punches at 168 pounds didn't hurt, but Shakur's will. Like Tyson in his prime, he puts on non-stop pressure and throws powerful punches. That style of fighting is too much for Shakur. Benn by domination.
When did you start boxing?
17.
17 years old. You're cooked.
You're a boxer. I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and I'm going to box your head off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
Conor Benn will beat the hell out of Shakur. And what I say is very consistent. I think Canelo is going to knock out Crawford. Conor Benn's too big. Fight's too big. Chris Eubank is a super middleweight and could barely hurt Conor Benn. So he ain't gonna hurt Conor Benn. Conor Benn fought against a super middleweight for 12 rounds at a very high speed without not being active. He stayed active the whole fight, throwing big shots. He barely threw a jab. Bam, 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 boom. Bro, no way. You think the pedal was on his ass. Conor Benn come in like Mike Tyson, and he's just his full body so fat. Bam, bam. Shakur, bruh. Hey, and Turkey crazy enough to put that shit together.
Oladipo liked the heated studio exchange between Benn and Stevenson, but he doesn't think the fight will happen. He says that Shakur is comfortable at 135 pounds and questions Benn's size at welterweight, saying, he's not that big. While Benn would swing for a KO, Oladipo predicts Shakur would outbox him. It's a fun stylistic clash, but I don't see it being made. The analyst enjoys the hype though, admitting, I'm not mad at this matchup, despite his skepticism.
Did you see, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen it, that back and forth with Conor Benn, Ariel Helwani had them both in the studio. That was incredible. I love the fact that Conor Benn put it on him. I love the fact that Shakur Stevenson responded. And if it's Shakur Stevenson, look, I've spoken to Shakur many times about going to 140 and he's like, no, I'm perfect for 135. You know, sometimes you don't have to keep jumping weight classes. Remember, Shakur's come down from a smaller weight class. But he might look at Conor Benn and he sized him up and they sized each other up and he said, you're not that big. And I've always said this about Conor. Conor's not the biggest welterweight, let alone Conor trying to fight at 160. So look, do I think that it could happen? Yeah. Do I think it will happen? No. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I mean, Conor will try and take his head off and Shakur Stevenson will probably just outbox him.
Shakur Stevenson's exceptional abilities are explained by Teddy Atlas, who states, great eyes, hand speed, and anticipation. His timing is perfect. He draws attention to Shakur's defensive IQ, pointing out that he, quote, lures opponents into his fight by remaining cautious and making few mistakes. By highlighting Stevenson's dominance, Atlas makes opponents adapt to his style rather than imposing their own. He makes it hard to exploit errors, securing his supremacy in the ring.
That's what he's got. Great eyes, he's got great hand speed, he's got a great sense of anticipation, great timing, and a great sense of defense. And he's cautious enough to make it very hard to get him to make a mistake, where he fights his fight. What I mean by styles, he gets guys to fight his fight.
Shakur messaged me today saying, I'll fight him at 147, and Conor responded, make the fight. Eddie Hearn revealed, confirming that both sides are seriously interested in a welterweight bout between Conor Benn and Shakur Stevenson. Hearn acknowledged the Stevenson fight is genuinely easy to make, but emphasized Benn's potential to headline UK stadiums against opponents like Chris Eubank Jr. next. Although he emphasized his desire to raise Benn's profile domestically first, the Matchroom boss acknowledged Benn's growing reputation due to calls from elite fighters like Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. Hearn said, "We know what we signed up for. Eubank next, then we'll take one of these big fights," opening the door for a future super fight against top opponents like Stevenson in a matchup reminiscent of a classic boxer versus puncher matchup.
Again, look at the fighters that are calling Conor Benn out. Shakur, Rowley, Devin, Ryan. He could fight any of those now. I've had Shakur message me today. I'll fight him at 147. Conor messaged me, make me and Shakur. Genuinely, you could make that fight easy. I'm not looking to send Conor Benn to the States. I'm looking for Conor Benn to fill out arenas and stadiums against big names in the UK.
But both are options, right?
Yeah, of course, but look, we know what we signed up for. Eubank's next, then we'll take one of those.
Eddie Hearn revealed top fighters like Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson are all calling out Conor Benn, with Shakur even offering to fight at 147 pounds. Hearn confirmed Benn's priority remains the Chris Eubank Jr. rematch in September, but acknowledged the growing demand for bigger fights. He reflected on criticism from 2.5 years ago, when Benn was floated as a Manny Pacquiao opponent, back when his best win was Chris Algieri, noting how perceptions have changed as Benn now headlines major events. "Conor's gold right now," Hearn said, emphasizing his fighter's marketability while balancing commitments. The promoter hinted at future super fights, but stressed they'll honor existing plans first.
Rowley, Ryan, Devin, Shakur, Tank. He said, I'll fight Conor Benn. I mean, what about 147? I said, all right, well, he did say 154, but Conor would probably do it at 147 anyway. But Conor Benn's got everybody calling him out. Rowley, Ryan, Devin, Shakur, Tank. Conor Benn's gold at the moment, but we've got what we signed up for, which is the rematch, and we expect that in September. You know, about 2 years ago, probably a little bit more, we got an approach to do Manny Pacquiao against Conor Benn. Conor Benn wasn't world ranked. His best win is what? I don't know, Chris Algieri. Like, I brought that up in an interview. I got absolutely slated. It was like, Hearn's a disgrace, wanting to fight Manny Pacquiao, blah, blah, blah. I was like, why me? This was like 2.5 years ago. Now fast forward 2.5 years, when he still hasn't fought, he's fighting for a world title. I don't see, I don't know, I mean.
One fans call Benn Stevenson a mismatch. Shakur schools him easily. Benn won't land clean. Critics see it as pointless, while some admit Benn's pressure could create fireworks. Most expect Shakur's skills to dominate.
Shakur Stevenson and Conor Benn have verbally agreed to fight. This isn't competitive in the slightest. Shakur Stevenson will absolutely school Conor Benn. Conor Benn won't even touch him. Conor Benn will not even touch him. I don't know why this will happen. It shouldn't happen.
This fan scoff said Shakur Benn talks. Trash. Shakur has unfinished biz at 135/140ths. Tank. Matthias. Roach first. Why rush to 147 for a Conor B fight when elite matchups await? Calls it a distraction from real challenges.
I wonder, am I a Shakur Stevenson hater if I say I don't want to see you fight no Conor Benn? He had a back and forth with Conor Benn on air, one of his interview that he did, where Conor Benn came in the studio. They went back and forth, talking about potentially fighting, so forth and so on. Trash, bro. Trash. Shakur Stevenson got so much work at 135, so much work at 140, before I ever even want to think about him at 147, bro. I need to see that Tank fight. If he is who y'all say he is, I think Tank dog walker. I need to see him fight, and I ain't gonna even disrespect Roach. If Roach beat Tank in a rematch, I need to see that Roach fight. I need to see the Muratalla fight. I need to see Abdullah Mason. I need to see Tima Lifu, Gary Antoine Russell, Super L Matias. Too much work for me to entertain some goddamn Shakur Stevenson versus Conor Benn.
Being ranked #1 in the UK and number 13 in the world, Conor Nigel Benn, also known as the Destroyer, is a rising British welterweight champ. In 24 fights since his first one in 2016, he has won 60.87% of them and been knocked out 14 times. The 5 feet 8 inches Orthodox Essex native didn't start boxing until he was 17. He has become more aggressive since then, which fans like. People who managed Benn while he was managed by Keith Connolly said that Benn was as strong as his famous father, Nigel Benn. But he got where he is now by beating Chris Algieri and Chris Van Heerden. In 2022, he failed a drug test, which hurt his career. He was later cleared, but recent endorsements from big names in the business, like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, show how marketable he is. Even though he has plans for a rematch with Eubank Jr. in September, and maybe even super fights, Benn stays in demand with his social media skills and pressure-fighting persona. Even though he is only 28, Shakur Stevenson has already proven himself to be one of the best boxers when it comes to technique. The 5'8" southpaw, who lives in Houston and is perfect at defense and counterpunching, beats opponents with every part of his body. He was born in Newark. Stevenson is ranked #1 in the world at lightweight and is the WBC World Lightweight Champion. Since turning pro in 2017, he has had a perfect 24-0 record with 11 knockouts, a 45.83% knockout rate. Stevenson has won 2 division titles and an Olympic silver medal. His sneaky moves, high fight IQ, and surgical accuracy make him a nightmare to fight, even against the best fighters. Some people doubt his ability to knock out opponents, but Teddy Atlas has said that he is like Floyd Mayweather in that he can school his opponents. In his career, Shakur is now at a turning point. Will he try to be the best at 135 pounds and be undisputed? Or will he take the chance to move up in weight classes and face challenges that will define his legacy? Big fights with Tank Davis, Devin Haney, or even Conor Benn's risky move to 147 pounds are all possible. Will Shakur Stevenson and Conor Benn's heated verbal spar in the studio escalate into a real ring brawl at 147 pounds? In a true boxer versus brawler matchup, Stevenson, the sleek #1 lightweight, risks hopping divisions to take on Benn, the UK's power-punching destroyer. While skeptics question if Benn can land on Shakur's airtight defense, or if Stevenson's precision can dent Benn's chin, one thing's clear: this fight sells itself. Boxing's next must-see grudge match might only be a phone call away, given that both men have publicly agreed to terms and that their egos are on the line. Until then, the question remains: does Shakur's mastery get overshadowed by Benn's aggression? Does the American expose levels instead? Share your choice in the comment section.